Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the vlog channel. We have a lot to talk about today. Some very important things discussing the channel and the recent Randonautica series that we filmed over in Nevada. Now, it's been a wild series. We just uploaded the finale, the part 3, last night over on the main channel. So if you haven't watched that, please stop what you're doing right now. Pause and go watch part 3. Because we're going to be talking about things that happened in part 3, things that we found from part 3, and then extra stuff. So it's gonna get pretty wild. Let's just say in part 3 we found this tablet, and then we also found this notebook. Now I went through the notebook, or at least I thought I did. There's more stuff in here, and we got to go through this because it is vital to some of the stuff that you guys have been saying down in the comment section below. So this is very important. Man, I think this latest Nevada series is one of the craziest series that I've filmed in a while. So I'm going to read some of your theories. We're going to talk about this entire series from like start to finish. So this may be a little bit of a longer video, but I don't know. Let me know if you like this. I might do this at the end of every single series that I do, kind of just like brainstorm and talk about things. So this isn't going to be like a really conventional video. This isn't going to be edited to perfection. This is just going to be me talking, you know, mano a camaro. That's never doing that again. I really wish I was editing this because that was so cringe. Okay. Well, yeah. Before we get into the video, like the video, leave a comment down in the comment section below, and oh yeah, if you want to get some merch, we got camo hoodies. I also got a bunch of signed shirts. So as you can see right here, I put Jasko, heart, much love, fam, and I'm gonna be signing each and every single one. Every single one's gonna be different. So yeah, if you have any custom messages you want me to write, you know, I do dad jokes. Very good at dad jokes personally. If you want me to write a dad joke on there, I will. But a lot of people have been framing these. They don't really care about the size and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Thank you guys. Much love. Onward and upward we go. So I charged this tablet, right? And it won't turn on. There was a point where it charged enough where the battery thing came up. Like it showed the battery. And then when I turned it on, it would like go blue for a little bit and then just turn back off. So no luck really. We talked about some of the things that were on the back of this. It says Paradise Ranch and it says Love Triangle. Now, when I look up Paradise Ranch on Google, a couple of things come up. A strip club, amongst other things. But if you really look into it, on one of the things we found before I found this, if you remember in part 3, I said, whoa, we found something that said Paradise Ranch before. It said Paradise Ranch in a certain county. Someone in the comment section looked up Paradise Ranch in, I think it was Lincoln County, correct me if I'm wrong, and that is the code name for Area 51. So, listen, I don't know, but after tampering with this a little bit longer, I noticed something. It has a micro SD card slot, and there is an SD card in here. So, we're going to look at this together, and I don't know if it has anything in correlation to what's in here, which I'm assuming it does because it also says Love Triangle, same tape and everything. We're in for a wild ride. Now, from the get-go, we were finding things about the Palms Resort and Casino. Now, I don't know what exactly this Palms Resort Casino has to do with anything, personally, other than maybe the people who were involved with this notebook or tablet, or just this entirety, maybe they stayed there. And I think we got a little bit of a confirmation when Angelo and I were brought to like that mountainous area, a really nice scenic area, and it said my point was like at the top of the mountain. We literally said that's not possible. We went as close as we could, and there was a little black like zip thing on the floor. When we opened it, there was a notepad in there from the Palms Resort Casino, and it was basically talking about how they're going to Paradise Ranch. And the girl took over on the third page. It's different handwriting, and she wrote that people came up to her when she was down in the casino and threatened her, but not her, but her mans. So she said she's gonna flee and then for him to meet her at a new hotel. She left her the hotel room key, and there were 2 Hotel Tropicana keys. So like they were just bouncing from place to place. Now I don't really, like, I'm not exactly sure like the extent of this. I don't know what's going on. Like And also, we were thrown into the mix a bunch of new names. Tanner Sanderson. There was Kelly. I can't remember her last name for the life of me. And then Erica. So essentially, Tanner was engaged to Kelly. But I guess Tanner had an affair with Kelly's best friend, Erica. Barring all that happened, they obviously split. But Tanner was a bad man, in Kelly's words. She said that he was involved in some type of organization that did bad things. And actually, in the video I dropped last night, we found a piece of paper actually in the same box that this was in. And maybe that's why this doesn't work, because I picked up the box and I'm like shaking it around, you know, and all you hear is doom, doom, doom. Maybe I broke this tablet. I don't know. But on the paper, there's a bunch of like names, and people in the comment section were saying that that is linked to Scientology. So let me load up the video right here, just so I could like look at some of the comments and whatnot. And I really want to say thank you guys so much for leaving comments behind. I know some people are just viewers. People post up the video on their TV and they don't really comment. They're just into the content, and there's nothing wrong with that. Please understand, I appreciate each and every single one of you. I just saying, like, sometimes these comments really do help in these types of instances, right? Which is why I want to do this more often. So let me know if you like this. So I'm reading some of the comments right now. Let's see. Someone did catch someone standing in the forest at one point. I'm going to put that on screen because that's pretty damn crazy.
That's pretty weird, I'm not gonna lie. But, alright, we continue.
And, I will say, like, all the top comments right now are just talking about my safety, which is pretty damn cool. You really have to dig deep down to find the theories, and it gets pretty crazy when you really start putting things together, because it really starts making sense, and you start like questioning like everything, you know. So let's stop all the jibber jabber. Let's get into this notebook. Now you might be wondering, Jazz, what else did you find? For starters, there was a page towards the back that is filled out to a couple of pages. So let's start from here just real quick. So we were thrown a couple of names. For starters, Michael. It says, Michael is a threat to the entire org. Follow him for the next few days. And then there's a picture and it says bus stop. So clearly they're following this Michael person. We're not really thrown any information about who Michael is, what Michael's done. All we know is that whoever was the owner of this notebook was following this Michael gentleman. And from this right here, Gregory, I'm assuming that Gregory was the owner of this notebook. Which is also crazy because when those people showed up at the water park, the abandoned water park, I found a army jacket that said Gregory on the embroidery. Pretty wild. just weird. Really weird. Next page says North Sycamore Street, which is crazy because someone said they looked up this address. There's a more in-depth address coming on these pages, and they said when they looked up that address, it is an address to Scientology. So there's that. There's somebody at a stop sign. These pictures are very blurry, but from what I understand, some people were saying that it almost seems like they took these photos from like security cameras. Like they got access to certain security cameras, and that's how they got these photos, right? So night number 2, taking a different route home tonight. What is he up to? Was given the green light to eliminate if spotted. I didn't understand what that meant at first, but once you get to the final picture, it makes a lot of sense. So we've been finding a couple of these things. Yeah, all over, right? Who is this woman? Connected to security camera. Audio says name-Kelly, but this Kelly has a Y at the end. Some people in the comments were saying maybe they just, you know, wrote Kelly with a Y because that's just like the more common name to spell Kelly. You know, like even when I found the necklace that said Kelly with an I was like, I've never seen that before, you know. But it also says age 30. And then people were saying when we were introduced to Kelly from the get-go that Kelly, she's 30. So the pieces are coming together. it says that they left this behind, and then we are introduced with a photo of two people. It almost looks like they're going in for a kiss, or maybe they're whispering to each other. I'm not sure. But also at the bottom it says security camera. So, which kind of like furthers my point about the whole security camera stuff, like how they have access to it. How they would get access to those security cameras is beyond me. I genuinely don't know, but let's continue. All right, so the next page is the bigger floppy disk, and we found this in a couple of places. Actually, we found this in part 1, part 2, and part 3. Well, I guess you could say that because it was a cliffhanger, so that's why we found it in part 2. But essentially, we only found it in part 1 and part 3. But yeah. But here's the address: 505 North Sycamore in Santa Ana, California. And this is urgency severe. Now, here's the thing. This is a little bit behind my time. I'm not saying like I'm a baby or anything. I've just never used floppy drives, and I've never had a machine that could like access these, I guess. If you have one, great, because now I have 2 of these. I would love to use them. So if you have a machine that you would like me to use or recommend, or even if you know a place like a pawn shop or something that might sell one, let me know. I'd love to do that for like the vlog channel or something. And it says picked up near the house, dropped, accident, or on purpose. So what I'm thinking, they probably thought, oh, this was an accident. They must have dropped it. Like maybe they know that someone's onto them kind of thing. Once again, I don't know. And then the arrow goes from this thing to the person literally holding this floppy drive in his hand, and it says holding floppy drive, why? Question mark. Your guess is as good as mine, my friend. On to the next one. Connected to security camera, 2 blocks away, carrying items again. And as you can see right here, they are indeed carrying the items. I am second guessing on whether or not he knows that we are following him. This is where it gets a little dark. Connected to bank camera number 27. Robbed elderly man at ATM in asterisks is armed. Picture of him literally robbing an elderly man. You can see some money on the floor, and it says this changes everything. So we are now introduced, or we are basically shown that this Michael person may be a little bit more dangerous than we initially thought. So update. This is a very dangerous man. In 6 days, he has been lethal. So this didn't really hit me at first, but people were like, Jazz, when they mean he's being lethal, it means that he's hurt people lethally. You know, there's no way to sugarcoat it, I guess. No way to beat around the bush. Yeah. Received permission to eliminate. Will update when I can. And in this photo, you can actually see them like holding something out almost like this in like a direction. So, and this is, I think, where we left off. Actually, no. This is the second to last page where we left off. Target eliminated, posed no threat, although before passing, he looked me in the face and said, eye for an eye, smiled, and then passed. This is worrisome. So I don't know if, like, it means now he's in danger. What do you guys think? Eye for an eye. Isn't that like the, didn't some, like, samurai say that at one point? But this completely irrelevant, right? Let's get back to this. Now, this is, from what it says, it's an official letter of resignation. Like a 2-week notice, you know, in like normal world, right? This is clearly not some normal world. This is like some, you know, secret organization type shit. But hi, this is my official letter of resignation. I am beyond grateful for everything this organization has done for me, although this recent contract has destroyed me mentally, physically, and I feel as if I'm losing my mind. By the time you find this, I will have already left the country. I thought leaving this at Lake Dolores was fitting considering this is where we met. Sorry, but it's my hands that ended another's. Every time I close my eyes, I see blank smile before passing, and it looks like it says Tanner. So, my wife doesn't know exactly what happened, but she knows something horrible happened. Thank you. Good luck. And that's how that ended, or at least that's how I thought it ended. Then I found this. When I landed back from Nevada, I was taking stuff out of my bag, and I completely forgot that this or the tablet was in there, because the backpack I wear on my back genuinely like F's up my back how heavy it is. I have my camera in there, my camera equipment, my laptop, and then all my chargers. So like my MacBook charger, which is like a brick, bro. Like it's like, it literally is, all this stuff is so heavy, and then like on my back is just crazy, right? And I was taking everything out because I had to edit and whatnot. And then right where my laptop was this. And I was like, why did I bring this home? Then I remembered I shoved it all in my backpack and then ran away. So there's that. So I went through like literally page after page after page, and I noticed this. This was the first thing I noticed. On the back of this, it says, Alexia, I'm sorry. So now I'm confused because we were introduced Tanner, we were introduced Kelly and Erica. Then we were introduced Michael and then Gregory. And then all of a sudden, Alexia. So the only thing I could imagine is maybe Gregory's wife is Alexia. And that's why they're saying I'm sorry. Thoughts? And this theory is going to sound a lot more in depth once I get further. Now, I will say something too, though. Because look at that. So I just peeled this off. And right on the back, it says, all secrets are in Paradise Ranch. What type of secrets? That makes you wonder too, like, is Scientology involved with like this? You know, I don't want to jump the gun and assume something like, I'm sorry, I'm still getting over my sickness. I don't want to jump the gun and assume something like that, but yeah, so towards the end, first thing I notice is this. Now, it's nothing crazy. It's just a smiley face with an X, and then a bunch of like scribbles and whatnot, and then there's like a check mark, or a reverse check mark, if you will. Didn't really think much of it, just kind of whatever. The next page is the very, very, very important stuff. So it says on the back, to whom it may concern, please alert my loved ones of what happened to me. To my wife, I was handed a US code 32, then there's like a S with another S, 331. So I don't know if that means like, so it's like this big, and we also have some stuff here. I'll show you all this. To my wife, I was handed a US code 32331. So I looked this up, right? And I couldn't find anything for the life of me. This is like where I do my research and stuff. So yeah, I'll have like the video playing here, and I'll research on this computer. And but yeah, integrity and honor is everything to me. I let everyone down. I was approached by an organization that promised they could clear my name as long as I helped them. I agreed and told them anything they need, I will do it. And then in parentheses, I was blindsided. I don't know if we will ever see each other again, as I have to flee. And earlier on, when that first letter of resignation said, it said they were going to flee the country. Then it says 5/11/2012, our trip to Europe, where we were this day, that is where I will be. So maybe that's like a last ditch effort saying like, hey, if you do want to see me, that's where I'll be. And maybe it's so personal, maybe it's so like specific that no one else knows other than, let's just say it was Alexia and Gregory, the writer of this notebook, right? Is it a little far-fetched? Maybe. Not quite sure. But then at the bottom, you'll see this. There's a little bit of a drawing, and it looks like these are probably the buildings, and then you have the lake right here, and then it looks like it was pointing at a building with an arrow to that. So I'm not entirely sure. I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know. That's where I'm kind of torn. That's it. That's all that I found. So apart from that, there's nothing else in the notebook. There's nothing else like there. But now the last question is what's on the tablet? Oh boy. Oh boy. Before we head upstairs, because this camera's stationary, I can't really move this camera other than like left and right because it's my streaming camera. I'm gonna head upstairs and we'll go through the tablet together on this computer. And yeah, actually I don't know what to do. I'll be 100% honest with you. How stupid is this gonna be if I connect this to my computer? I'm gonna, I mean, what could possibly happen, right? A lot could very much happen. Yeah, but from what I saw, this SD card has quite a lot of space, But this seems like an older tablet. But I don't know, because the serial number is scratched out. The camera's covered. And, oh, wait. Why don't I check the back of this? Nah, nothing. But my other question was, do you guys think that that's blood? Like dried blood near the top? Or do you think that's just like, I don't know. I guess I overthink everything, right? Alright guys, well, I'm gonna go ahead and head upstairs, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace. Alright everybody, what's going on? So I was finally able to access the SD card, or at least to my best capabilities. What I mean by that is, I don't know if this SD card is programmed to be for a, like, only for a phone, and maybe there's, like, certain files that you could only access if it was into a phone, or tablet, like a mobile device. Whereas on my computer, after 54 minutes, I was only able to access, like, 7 or 8 photos, and they're right here. They're literally in my face right now, but I'm not going to go through them until, you know, so you get a reaction together, right? And I mean, the first photo that I'm looking at right now is pretty concerning, to say the least. But maybe I'll go ahead and buy like a tablet, like the cheapest tablet I could buy, and then put the SD card in there. Now here's the thing, here's a problem. The SD card is currently in my MacBook, my editing MacBook, the MacBook I use for like everything basically. So I genuinely don't think that an SD card can be tracked or any of the sorts, so hopefully not. But yeah, let's continue. I do see there's a preview tab on the bottom of these photos, and it kind of like outlines some things I'm looking at right now. So I mean, here's the first photo. So not necessarily sure what we're looking at, but clearly it's like a picture from a window. There's a cabinet on the left, there's some stuff on the right, but it genuinely just looks like kind of like a pantry, or maybe like a china cabinet. I do see what looks like peanut butter, and there's that. So that's how we're starting here. Next photo also is a photo from the outside, so I can confirm that, because it's the same like type of window framing on the outside, that maybe this is photos of someone's house, and if it's connected to this and the notebook, maybe this is more additional stuff to them being like stalked. I don't know. But that looks like some type of like elliptical treadmill or something. Yeah, let's continue. That, my friends, is blood. Let's continue. That also looks like the inside. That looks like someone's office. I kind of got scared for a sec because I thought it was mine, but that's definitely not like my room right here. It's not. There's no chance. But whoever is doing this, yeah. Next photo. It's like a blurry photo of this woman. Is this maybe Kelly, or is this maybe Alexia? I'm not quite sure. Kind of just gives me the heebies. Not her herself, but just like the fact that all this is on one SD card, you know what I mean? It's another photo from the outside of a house, it looks like. It genuinely looks like they were hardcore. They did say that they had access to security cameras on that notebook. Maybe it's that. That's just another photo. These are like really, really poor quality photos, so that's why I think maybe they were taken with this tablet. Maybe. That's someone sitting in an abandoned building with a bag over their head. I don't know. I don't even know what to say right now. And then another photo of the outside of the house. Either that's the same photo as before with the actually I'm gonna go, I can't go this, I skipped the damn thing that's over there. No, I think that might be another window, but it looks like this one's closed. Maybe it has some like curtains or whatever. But this is a little concerning to me. This didn't look like the abandoned water park that we were at, Lake Dolores. It didn't, because it was like graffitied to hell. This looks like an asbestos type of building, because like you could see the peeling walls in the back. That usually means that there's lead paint there and tons of asbestos in the pipes and whatnot. Trust me, I know my abandoned buildings, but that is quite concerning. And I'm gonna go ahead and simply eject this from my computer, nice and easy. Thank you very much. And that's all she wrote. That's as much as I was able to. I tried. I used Recover, which is a software program that would recover deleted files, and that took like a couple cycles to see if there was anything, but it didn't find anything. So maybe it's just all part of this whole thing. I'm not quite sure. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you have any more theories, please send them my way. I'd like to do more recap videos like this. If you'd like for me to do like a recap video on a couple of like series I've done in the past, maybe like the Valentino series, or maybe like the Texas series me and Angelo just did. Like if you want me to just sit down and maybe like talk to you guys, let me know, because it would be cool to get that, like you guys could get more information that you didn't know prior, if you know what I mean. So let me know if you're interested in that. If not, sorry, probably gonna do it anyways. But regardless of the fact, thank you guys so much for your support. Onward and upward we go. I'm gonna go ahead and upload the start to a new Randonautica series soon. The new Randonautica series is gonna take place in a new state, so get ready for that. And I will say I will be alone for the majority of it, so it's gonna be more scary than normal. But with all that being said, I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your support in the series, and hope to see you guys soon. Peace.